listening to a little Boston, getting ready to burn some turns up here. Yes, you did. Get these things on here. Let's go. Oh, yeah. All right, watch the GPS. You're going to see one of my favorite little symbols coming up here in a second. It's going to look like that little squiggly line, meaning winding road. There it is right there. You know what that means? That means it's about to be a fun ride. I used to think it meant winding roads, but no, that's not what it means. It means you're going to have a good time. Woo. Nice. Fun. Oh, as we burn through a couple of turns, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today. Let's close this visor. And today we are going to be talking about 5 things I love and 5 things I hate. Ooh, hate might be a little strong. We'll just say 5 things that I ain't real excited about when it comes to the Spyder. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Bob, you're a Spyder boy. You love the Spyder. You are absolutely right. In fact, I've been accused of not having any problems with anything ever on the Spyder, and that's just not true. Now, I know that anytime I make one of these videos, they're always controversial, and people go, yeah, really? Is he going to really tell me 5 things he doesn't like, or is he going to do like that 10 reasons not to buy, and there are really reasons to buy, and all that? No, this is going to really be 5 things I love about it and 5 things I don't love about it. So let's start out with the negatives, the bad stuff. Whew. All right, you ready? Bad reason number 1. So the number 1 thing I don't like about the Spyder is that clunky transmission. In fact, I'm going to go further than that. Not only do I dislike it, I despise it. I think the transmission and the way they have this thing set up is a tragedy. Will it keep me from buying a Spyder in the future? No, it will not. I love the Spyder setup. In fact, none of the things I'm going to list are deal breakers, but they are things that I don't like, and I hope that BRP will pull their head out of the sand and figure this one out. Whenever you see people online with transmissions with 15, 20,000 miles, and there are metal shavings and they're replacing transmissions, and I'm talking about with relative regularity, it makes it a little unnerving for the rest of us. Every time you put that thing in gear when you first get on it, you hear that big clunk, right? And that clunk, you can just see that those teeth in that wheel going, and you're just waiting for them to shear off. And I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. And every time I put it in gear, I'm not gonna lie to you, my heart goes boop. Yes, it does. It really does. So number 1, that clunky dadgum transmission. Come on, BRP, you can do better. Figure that out. So number 1 on the good side. Number 1 on the good side. The handling. The Spyder handles like a champ. I know the Baja Ron sway bar will make it a lot better. I know that. And I know no more shocks and all that will make it better. But I want to go on record as saying the suspension is top notch, even out of the box. The machine handles well. The sensitivity in the steering is good. You don't get overwhelming bounce. It is very confidence inspiring on how tight the suspension is, how it handles, how it just moves so smoothly and so quickly across the road. So number 1 on the high side is the handling. That suspension is awesome. Number 2 on the bad stuff, the BRP app. The BRP app is good for one thing, and nobody's figured out what that is yet. No, it actually is good for something. It's good for people like me believing in it and dumping $100 in a map, trying to make it work, you know, because you want to use the integrated navigation system on the Spyder. So you buy that software package or you buy that data package for the map, and then it doesn't work, because what happens is every time you turn the Spyder on and off, you have to reboot and restart and do this and do that, you know. And if you actually for mine, for the 19 and earlier, your daggum cable's up in the front, but it wouldn't matter if it was right here. You just kill yourself trying to reset it while you're driving. The darn thing is a pain in the butt. It is buggy. It is absolutely a useless bit of software. It just is. And BRP needs to do something about that. I got an email today from a guy who was very frustrated. He spent $100 on maps just like I did, and he's like, nope, it ain't doing nothing for me. So there you go. So number 2 on the good side, it is a touring beast. This thing is actually a touring beast. You can do plus 600 mile days every day while you're riding and not be beat to death. You can relax a little bit. You know, you don't want to obviously let your guard down because you are exposed, but you also understand that it's not a two-wheeler. Grooves in the concrete, changes in surface, those things don't have that dramatic impact on this machine that they have on a two-wheel motorcycle. And the Spyder is just an absolute touring beast. I couldn't be more pleased with it. It is just a great machine to ride for miles and miles and miles and miles. So kudos to BRP for designing something that is wonderful on those long hauls when you're really got to pay attention to the road and your body's not all beat up. All right, number 3 in dislikes. Now this one, people are going to say, Bob, you're being a little picky. Well, whatever. Here it is. No handbrake. No handbrake. Are you freaking kidding me? What is up with that? You know, oh, well, we want to take care of our brothers or wounded warriors. Oh, you mean the guy who can't use his foot? Oh, okay, well, that's great. Make him buy your $20,000, $30,000 machine and then have to go out and spend $2,000 on a handbrake. Oh, we want to look out for our disabled community. Great. Thanks for nothing, BRP. Put a brake on this thing, for crying out loud. At least make it an option. They don't even make it an option. You got to go out and buy an aftermarket product. You got to do the legwork. You got to do the maintenance. You got to do everything. And then they want to act like it's going to void your warranty or something. It's ridiculous. Put a handbrake on this thing, for crying out loud. I'll stop. You can see I'm a little passionate about that one because I've got some friends who are actually amputees, who are warriors, and I got a wife that's a paraplegic, and they would love to just go out and buy something like this and be able to ride it out of the box. But nah, we can't do that. We can't even make it an option. Come on, we can do better than that. All right, number 3 on the good side. Here we go. Number 3 on the good side. Storage capacity. You know what? As far as motorcycles go, having the front, both bags in the back and that back bag, there is a lot of storage on this thing, and when you're traveling, you absolutely need it. It is important to be able to have that stuff with you. You can fit a full face helmet in the front. You can fit a full face helmet on this right side. Left side where that hump is, it'd be nice if they do away with that hump, but you know, I'm sure there's some sort of reason that it's there. That's some engineers way smarter than me, it's there. But anyway, yeah, that's a great thing to be able to carry the things you need, and it doesn't seem to affect the way it rides even when it's loaded down. The storage capacity on this thing and the way it handles when loaded down, BRP has really got their stuff together on that, and super duper job. I salute you, BRP, on storage capacity on the CanAm Spyder. All right, so number four on the downside, number 4 on this away. These notifications. Number 4 on the downside. All right, strap in. You're not going to be shocked with this one at all. Overall quality control. Quality control from BRP is something they need to work on. They could learn a lot from a lot of companies. In fact, there are a lot of companies also who need to work on this. But BRP, when I actually have had subscribers who have contacted me that had a problem with their engine, with corrosion on their engine, and then the dealer didn't want to help them with it. And then when they fixed it, it wasn't fixed. It was still leaking and creating problems in a brand new machine. Brand new machine needed a new engine. Did they give him a new machine? That's what they should have done. They should have just taken that machine back and go, hey, sorry, brother, we're going to give you a new bike. But no, they want to fix it. And then the user, you, me, we're left holding the bag. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And then they act like they're doing you a favor if they get it done in 6 months. That's not cool. And the dealers don't want to support you. And it's through all of that quality control, because the dealer knows that this is an issue. When you saw some of the brand new Spyder, the 2020s when they came out, you had tabs where those things were connected onto the body, and the tabs were broken off. You had dealers who were installing armrests, didn't know how to install the armrest. Big gaps, things all twisted up, not being installed properly, not fitting properly. The quality control was just very, very poor. It's not that you can't get one that's awesome, that doesn't have anything broken on it. You're just going to have to make sure that when you look at your machine, that you really check it over. Because if you don't, you're going to get home, and if you got a problem, I hate to say it's a crapshoot, but it is. It's a crapshoot whether whether your dealer can help you, and and all that stuff. Shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. So BRP, get that quality control together, and when you do mess up, stand behind the product and make it right, and make your dealers work with the people, for crying out loud. When I hear people go, man, I've been to 4 dealers and the 5th one finally got it right, it just shouldn't be that way. And I find that quality control not only in the Spyder itself, but in across the board training of the dealer network, because it really is important. So overall quality control, number 4, big thumbs down. Be sure if you're buying, check your machine out, because it does matter. You want to make sure that you're not stuck holding the bag. All right, so number 4, good. Number 4 for the thumbs up. So number 4 is the overall geometry. And when I talk about the geometry, I'm talking about the overall design of this thing. There are those who will say, man, in the wind it's terrible, in the this it's terrible, in the that it's terrible. I'm just going to have to disagree. Does it get beat up a little bit by the wind? If you've got a wind that's kind of a crosswind off the nose like that, yeah, you know what, it can be a little rough to handle. But any touring motorcycle is. You've got a lot of surface out there. But even understanding that, I think the designers have done a great job. I mean, a great job in the way this thing cuts through the wind and absorbs the road, and the geometry of that allows you to do that. You can see in the design of this machine, there is a lot done right. The way it all integrates and works together to give you that ultimate riding experience. And it really is a great riding experience. We have been in some very, very bad weather, and when you're in the rain even, the rain is mitigated nicely by the windshield. I've ridden some touring bikes where there's so much vacuum that's created by the windshield that it's almost raining on the back of your neck. Everything on this thing is set up right, and geometrically the bike is designed well. I say the bike, the trike, the machine, the motorcycle is designed well. So the overall geometry, number 4, I give BRP a big, big thumbs up because it's solid. All right, number 5. Number 5 is going to be 5A and B, because I got 2 more gripes and I'm going to get them both out. 5A is you should never have to buy a belt tensioner for a machine when the company makes a belt tensioner, which tells you they know it's a problem and they refuse to put it on there from the factory. They know that belt vibration is a problem. There is no reason that this thing does not come with a belt tensioner from the factory. It's just one more way to milk a nickel out of you, and I think that's very uncool. The other thing that kind of goes hand in hand with that is the inadequate lighting. You should not spend upwards of $25,000 to $30,000 and have bicycle reflectors on the side of the bags, on the fenders. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It just shouldn't be that way. The one thing that I see people do more of is go out and buy lighting. Now you'll see all the fancy schmancy LEDs. I'm not talking about that. Most of the people that I know are real riders. They're people who go out, do thousands of miles, and they couldn't care less if their bike could win a fashion show. What they want is function. And I'm going to tell you, BRP, you need to do away with these stupid reflectors there, and you need to put a dadgum light there, and you need to put a belt tensioner on this thing, because those are functional things and they're safety things, and you need to get that fixed. Haha. Okay, so that was 5A and B. Man, I can hear the hate mail coming. My goodness. Do me a favor, if you would, be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up. Even if you disagree with my position on any of these things, I'm okay with that. You can share in your comments down below. Just make sure you keep them civil and keep them without profanity. If not, I'll just simply delete them. All right. So number 5 on the good side. You know, I got 5A through Z. I could go on and on and on about the Spyder. Its display, the clarity of the display, it's well thought out, it's well positioned, it's easy to read whether you're at any angle from it, high, low, short rider, tall rider, whether you're leaning through a turn or not. It's easy to see and it's easy to read. Even in the sun, where you're on one of those days where it's super bright and there's glare everywhere, it really is a superior display, and something that, you know, I'm glad to see that they did that. Another thing that I really do like about the Spyder, the heated grips. I've seen heated grips on machines where the heated grips are just, they're meh, but these actually work. I'm telling you, on a cold day, if I put these on high with these gloves on, I got to put them on low. My hands get hot. I mean, they actually get hot. So the heated grips really, really work well. I'm even going to go further. The speaker system on the Spyder, is it super great? No, but for a factory speaker system on a motorcycle, it is great. I can hear the music when I'm riding down the road at 70 miles an hour. Am I looking to win a boombox contest? Absolutely not. I just want to hear my tunes and enjoy my ride. And with the Spyder, you could do that right out of the box. The overall comfort of the stock seat. The stock seat, for a stock seat, once again, I put in big miles on the stock seat, 600 miles a day. Coach Vic, we've got her on a butt buffer. I'm normally just sitting on the seat, and I don't have any problem sitting on this seat all day long. You'll see me jiggling around. I will get the butt burns and all that stuff every now and then, but you'll do that. I don't care what you're sitting on. You could be sitting on a lazy boy and you're going to do that. So overall comfort of the seat, another one. The adjustability of the windshield, another one. For a tall rider like me, I can't tell you the number of the big 4 type sport tours and things that I've ridden on. They don't go up quite high enough for me to where it doesn't take the buffeting off the top of my head. One of the things that people are always surprised when they meet me, they go, wow, I didn't realize you were so big. I mean, look, I'm almost 6'3", barefooted, and I weigh a little over 200 pounds. When I'm heavy, and a little over 190 when I'm light. So I'm not a little bitty guy, I'm a big guy. And so having that height there really does make a big difference for me, and I love the design of this windshield. I've looked at aftermarket windshields. I like the width of it, I like the height of it, I like everything about this windshield. I don't feel any need whatsoever to replace it with an aftermarket. Another like that I have is the visibility of the mirrors, the way you can see, the way they're way outboard like that, you can actually utilize them. Even when you have your phone and your GPS mounted, you can still see the mirrors and see well behind you, which is really, really important. I'm going to tell you, they're stable, they're clear, and they're just easy to use. Now, could I talk all day about things that I like and dislike about the Spyder? I could, because you know, I've ridden 20,000 miles on this thing, so I know a little bit about it. And I've ridden in all kinds of weather, in all kinds of conditions, in all kinds of hours of the day, in the dark, with 2 up, 1 up, pulling a trailer, going solo with no trailer. So I've got a little bit of experience, and I could tell you a lot, and I could talk all day about it. But suffice it to say, you will not, and I repeat, you will not find a better touring machine than a CanAm Spyder. And I've ridden a lot of machines. Will I ever buy something other than a Spyder? Who knows? I may, but I will say this: there will always be a Spyder in my garage, and if there's not, that means something bad has happened. You know, like the Spyder go up to $60,000 due to inflation, hyperinflation, and I just can't afford one anymore, and this one dies because it's long in the tooth. But apart from that, Coach Vic and I plan on riding and putting in as many miles as we can while we can. All right, well, do me a favor, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, all that stuff, and go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams. Eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. I hope you're loving your Spyder. I'm loving mine, but I want you to hear the truth. There are shortcomings in everything out there. So you go seize the day, and I will see you on the road really soon. We'll talk to you later.